Someone's knocking soft right by the door. A thread of smoke, a low black hum. Hold your breath, here it comes. Hush now, don't look back. Footsteps in the hall fade black. Nevermore ghost, oh, stay close. Nevermore ghost, oh, too low. Aquarian's here, let it show. Nevermore ghost, oh, stay close. Paper on the desk turns by itself. A tiny little laugh from the shelf. You hear that creak, you feel that chill. One more sign and it's real. Hush now, don't look back. Footsteps in the hall fade black. Nevermore ghost, oh, stay close. Nevermore ghost, you know. Aquarian's here, let it show. Nevermore ghost, oh, stay close. If you wander in the dark, you'll find the spark. Aquarian leads the spark. Nevermore ghost, oh, stay close. Nevermore ghost, oh, you know. Aquarian's here, let it show. Nevermore ghost, oh, stay close.
There we go. There we go. I got it working. I got it working. How's it going, everybody? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? I had my thing unmuted, so I don't know if it's still muted. Please let me know. Is it good now? Is it good now? It's good now. Cool. Hello, everybody. How's it going, all my spooky friends? Yes, hello, hello. I see a lot of you are enjoying the song. That makes me so happy. How's everybody doing? I know we're an hour later today. Is it an hour? Yeah, an hour later today. That's okay, though. Guys, so my microphone's coming tomorrow, so I will have it all set up with you. Then I have my headset. I'm using my headset microphone, so it probably sounds a little weird. I also got an air conditioner today, so hell yeah for that. I'm in a separate room for that so that I can be cool and not die in the heat because it's still 5.5 million degrees here. So I have my AC on. You shouldn't be able to hear it. I think I did my audio so you can't hear it. But that's why my mic audio might sound a little weird. It's just because of this. But tomorrow we're going to have a whole new microphone and hopefully everything sounds good. Okay, so if you see up on the top here, I have a dono goal for doing the nun cosplay, and I will do it on stream, so I'll do my makeup and everything with you guys. I thought it might be fun to do. If you don't know who the nun is, let me just... This is the nun. Beautiful. She's gorgeous. Oh, I like that. That's cool. But yes, I'm going to do $50 goal for the whole stream tonight. If we hit it, I will do I will do my best at some nun makeup. So, oh my God, what is that? Is that her and another version of her? Oh my God. Okay, so yes, to donate, that's pinned comment. It's through Buy Me a Coffee. If you donate, I'll be able to see it. So yes, I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to do on stream. We can chat and watch scary things while I do the whole makeup, and then for the rest of the stream, I'll wear it. So yeah. Hello everyone. Hello. I've actually never seen The Nun. Should I watch it? I've seen The Conjuring. I think Conjuring has multiple movies, right? I don't know. I don't know if I've seen it. Hold on. Hold on. Let's take a look. Is it a whole other thing?
I had a series of visions when I was younger. And after each one ended, the same thought would be stuck in my head.
What did you see?
I saw a nun.
I don't think I've seen
Church to
this.
church, and I was asked to accompany a priest to an abbey in Romania.
The Abbey has a long history.
Valak.
Not all good.
What?
Finley came down. Callahan's here.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that. That looks good. She looks spooky. I watch it while you do the makeup. I don't know if you can watch movies on YouTube, but yes. But okay, but I will. If we hit the dono goal tonight, I will do the makeup on stream. Um, you own both? Nice. Very cool. So yeah, I think that would be fun. I think I have a couple ideas for stream. I want to do cosplays. I've never really done cosplays, but I want to do like scary themed cosplays with like goals and stuff. And I'll do them on stream with you guys. You guys can watch. We can laugh at how awful I am at makeup and all of the things. But I think that would be really fun. Um, I also really want to I have a couple other things in mind, but I don't want to do just gaming on this channel. That's what I've been doing. I love gaming. I will do gaming content with horror games and stuff, but I have other plans too for you guys that I think will be really fun in the works. So, yeah. Okay. So, getting into today's show topic, I want to know, do you guys believe in Sasquatch or Bigfoot? Because here in North America, especially I'm in Canada, here in Canada especially, he's kind of like an icon. We call him Sasquatch. That's the indigenous name for him. Um, this is how much I love Sasquatch. I have my little carved Sasquatch statue that I keep in my house. I personally have never had any Sasquatch experiences. I love cryptids though. I love the lore, I love the stories. There's a really good Sasquatch podcast I listen to. I think it's called Sasquatch Chronicles. And what it is, it's like real people's stories about Sasquatch, which I think is really cool. And it's people from all over, like all over walks of life. Like there's people who are military, just like rednecks, um, people who are just hunting in the woods, people like older people. Like it's literally all these people and they tell their stories and their experiences with Sasquatch. I think it's really interesting because they all, most people aren't believers. Most people are skeptics and then they have these experiences and all of a sudden they're like, I had no idea. I didn't believe in it at all. And then they have these experiences. Um, there is one thing I check out often because I am a very big Sasquatch stan, if you will. Um, Even where I'm from, we have places called like Sasquatch Park, Sasquatch Resort. Like I said, it's uh, very prevalent and popular here. Just gonna see. So there is something. I wasn't thinking about pulling this up, but I thought it would actually be fun to show everybody. So this is a map, an entire map of Sasquatch sightings. So if you see, they're like all over. I guess 16,000 reports found. And so one thing that's really interesting is it seems like he really likes to hang out along the coasts in the Appalachian. Is it Appalachian or is it Appalachian? Again, I'm like very Canadian. I don't know. I've never been there. I've heard a lot of stories though. I do. Okay. I I love Sasquatch. I think it's also cultural. I'm indigenous. I guess I know they say it different in the US. They say like First Peoples, Native American. I am Native. I'm very Native, as you might be able to tell. So it's also very cultural for me. Like there's a lot of stories and history with Sasquatch. I think maybe I'll do kind of a deep dive on it. I think it would be really fun. Um, but like literally all over. It's funny because where I live as well, um, not far from here, it's not in my town or anything, but not far from here, we have a Sasquatch museum. And there's like casted footprints, there's stories. Um, Anyone else looking at their own area? Like the fuck you mean? Literally. Okay, let me see. Let's find one. So it's funny. Look, like there's not a whole lot in the middle here. So I'm in Canada, and if you notice, so Canada is like mostly bush. Like all of our cities are on the coast or they're down here. Like it gets more bush area the farther up you go and the farther north you go. So it's like Lord knows Sasquatch is probably hanging out like way over here and you have no fucking idea. But these are where all these along here, along the border, and like the middle is mostly where the most populated areas are. But okay, let's just look at one. Okay, one really popular place for Sasquatch that I've learned is in Washington. Have any of you been to Washington? I have. I love it down there. Is NM New Mexico? Again, Canadian. Okay, let's just. Oh my God, they have like everything. It like shows everything, the coordinates and everything. I wanted to see like, I want to see like stories. Okay, New Mexico. All right, all right, all right. Let's look at New Mexico. If I was, oh, there's New Mexico. Okay, I was kind of scared. It's like, I don't know my geography. Um, it looks like there's quite a few. Okay, Albuquerque, 1999. I wish. Hold on. Is there a story? There's a story about New Mexico. Oh my God. State by state sighting list. Oh my God. Okay. This is in Belen, New Mexico in September 1999 in the Manzano mountain range. Hi, Bobby. My name is Daniel Jaramillo. I live in Belen, New Mexico. I have a story to tell you. Today I was riding my four-wheeler with my friend. We were on one of my favorite trails when my friend saw something big and black. She said she saw it twice and that she thought it was just her imagination. Well, we left that trail and went on yet another one of my favorite trails. We were turning around to head back when I saw what she had seen. We stopped first to get a better look to see if I wasn't imagining it. Then I then I got very scared because it looked like it saw us. I put the throttle on my four-wheeler all the way. All the way to get in my woods. When I looked to the right of us, I noticed that it was running alongside of us about some distance, maybe 70 feet away. I was terrified, and since then I haven't got out of my four-wheeler. The creature was big, hairy, and husky, like a football player. Their terrain was rocky and yet very green, loose rocks everywhere. The creature also had a look that scared both me and my friend. It looked like it knew what we were, or what we looked like it knew. It looked like it knew what we were going to do. This happened in the Manzano Mountains in New Mexico around 5:45 p.m. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Almost 30 years ago. Yes, but like that's still Sasquatch, you know? Okay, that's interesting. Where if I go here? State by state sightings. Oh, this looks like an older website. I'm not sure how. Um, I've also heard a lot about Tennessee too. Okay, a lot of these are older as well. Hmm. Wait, did that just say hoax? Interesting. We were driving home along Highway 421 eastbound. I forget the mile marker, and neither of us remembers exactly where it was, but it was on US 421. We slowed down for a man in the road. It was broad daylight, and we could see clear as day that we were approached. This man was unusually tall and covered about his body with hair, not a thick fur coat, thick fur coat, but hair on parts of his body. The guy had no clothes on, had long strangling hair that bounced off his wide shoulders, and he. This just sounds like Tarzan. This just sounds like Tarzan. Um, I love that. I want people to know more about Sasquatch because I love it. Okay, where else? Where else do you guys want me to look? I want to see Ensenada. They got Sasquatch in Mexico. I think it might be called something different when you go down into Mexico. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of activity over here. Um, okay, let's just pull up something random. Fresh reports. Last 2 days. Well, it says 1988 though. What do you mean last 2 days? Oh, well, that's helpful. Okay, I think there is another Bigfoot map. I believe it was called Bigfoot Mapping Project or something. Is it this one? No. Because there's another one I've seen. Hold on. There's another one I've seen. Bigfoot. BMP. Okay. Okay, this is more what I'm talking about. This is crazy. So let's go. I've also heard like Texas, Mississippi, Atlanta, Arkansas. Wow, there's a lot of activity over here. Like, look at that. Date of sighting. 5, is that January, February, March, April, May? May 22nd, 2025. Okay, here we go. A friend and I were on our way to her mother's to stay the night. We drove up in something huge, crossing Popularville Road on 2 feet, with long arms in swinging motion. It looked at us. Our headlights was beaming in its eyes, making the eye color bright red. It spun its head back to the direction it was heading. It took one step and was out of sight. It was approximately 7 to 8 feet. The color appeared black, but it also was dark. This encounter happened approximately 2010. I don't know. That seems pretty spooky to me. This is all in just one area, too. I was hiking north on Falls City Road in London, Kentucky. I made a left onto Fish Trap Road and traveled some 100 feet. I used a thermal imager to scan the woods while out hiking at the intersection of these two primitive roads. I seen 2 very large eyes partially hidden behind a log with heavy foliage all around, and it looked up at my direction on the ridge line. It appears this... There's a picture? How do I see the picture? I want to see the picture. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, it's a huge rabbit hole. Like sometimes I like to just go look at this map and like see in my area if there's any new sightings. Um, yeah, okay. I want to watch. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually play of the podcast I was talking about. If I can play, because there's something called the Samurai. I think it's called the Samurai Noises Sasquatch. So this is okay, yeah. This is a recording of allegedly Sasquatch. And if you listen, they call it samurai because it sounds kind of like, I guess, 2 samurai speaking, communicating with each other. So we'll listen to that because that sounds, it's actually really scary. So I think what the person recording is doing, I think they're trying to vocalize back and like mimic them. So I think that's what the recording you hear where they're closer.
That's our job. Now we know where we can look for tracks of life for sure. I heard them cross the creek.
That whooping noise. So, from all accounts that I've listened to, all the media I've consumed about it, that whooping noise is like it's seems to come up a lot in a lot of the encounters that people have is this like very loud like whoop. Ooh, I can't even do it. I'm not, but that seems to be like kind of a regular occurrence in a lot of these sightings. But this, so there's a lot of Sasquatch media, right? There's a lot of, quote unquote sightings and videos and all this stuff, and a lot of the time they can be easily debunked. I think this actual recording, they haven't been able to debunk it. There is nothing that makes noises similar to that. And even if you listen, you can hear the echo of just how loud the whooping is. That's actually one of my favorite pieces of evidence of Sasquatch is that whooping noise. I will show you. What's it? So this sighting, you've probably seen this. It goes all the way back to the 60s. I don't remember where it was. Somewhere in the US. Oh, California. Bluff Creek, California, from October 67. So this was filmed, obviously it was the 60s, one of the older cameras. I think they were out there for another reason. They were out filming something. And they noticed down the hill this creature walking on 2 feet. And so they had the camera, they started rolling. This video is a stabilized version of it, but this video has been heavily looked at because it's one of the most famous and I would argue one of the first pieces of evidence of Sasquatch. And there is no indication that it's someone in a suit just because of the way that Sasquatch is watching. You can see like the hair. If it was a suit, you can everything kind of looks stiff and it walks sort of you'd be walking kind of like I said stiff and unnatural. And this I think it might zoom in on it. We can find another piece if it doesn't, but the fur is like the way it's glistening in the sun, the way it moves with the body so naturally, and even like you can see, don't mind me, you can see the butt cheeks of this Sasquatch like moving with as if it was just like a furry animal. You see your dog, your cat walking. So I will show you now. I don't know about you. Let me see if I can do, I think it's uh see zoomed in. But like look, you can just see like the muscles all move with it. It's insane to me. Like with the legs and the arms, like it's so fluid. Also, like Sasquatch has some boobies going, like female queen, obviously. Um, It is. It's scary. I think it's scary, but it's very cool to me. Um, I've this is crazy. It is crazy, and it's so like it's such a rabbit hole you can go down. I wanted to share some of it because this is just like stuff that's in my brain on a regular basis because I live in a um very like Sasquatch is really like it is like Sasquatch just is here. Okay. So you can watch a little bit of this video. I have a couple here.
Wow, that's close too. How far off do you think that is, Matt?
Okay, so this is a show called Binding Bigfoot. I don't know how, because a lot of these shows, like these Discovery Channel shows, a lot of them are not credible, if you will. Like they're kind of fake. I don't know how credible this one is. I just want to share some Sasquatch media.
It's more than a quarter mile.
Oh, coyotes. Ooh.
Hey, we got Yodis over here to the west.
I just heard something. It sounds like deer moving.
You guys continuing moving along that road? I thought I heard deer. I heard something moving behind us.
We'll see if it jumps up, because Matt can see it. Okay, we're gonna have to go quiet. You should just go up ahead of us and film it.
Will do. It's right here.
They're away from the rest of the herd.
Something's moving over there.
Oh my God.
I don't know. You have seen it, fun show. Like I've said, I've seen so many different Sasquatch. Let me see. I want to play a Sasquatch Chronicles clip just for you to hear somebody telling the story, because again, like I said, like it's really interesting because you can hear like these are people of all kinds of different all walks of life. Let me see. Hello. Sorry, bear with me. I want to. Obviously, these episodes are really long, so I don't want to play a full episode. And I wish. Okay, let's see.
Either heard me or smelt me, and he pulled his head out of the tent.
Stroud, and because
day one went off without a hit, so
SasquatchChronicles.com, and if you get a chance, check out SasquatchChronicles.com. Jump into it.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, and you and your son had a pretty terrifying night on the Buffalo River. This is up in Arkansas back in September. If you would...
Arkansas? Is anyone from Arkansas? Any of you? I've never been out there. I think it'd be really cool to go more east or middle, I guess. You know what I mean. But the story takes place in Arkansas.
Just start from the very beginning. What were you guys doing and what happened?
We used to go to the Buffalo River all the time and canoe it. So my son has gotten older, and I was wanting for him to to go and experience the buffalo, but we were going to fish for smallmouth specifically. So we were going to put in at the and do the lower buffalo, and we planned it for about a year and made sure we had everything locked down, made sure we had a float plan and all that good stuff. So on September the 8th, we headed to the Buffalo River and we put in at Rush for a 3-day fishing trip. Now understand, you can probably canoe the lower wilderness section in one day if you're just straight paddling. But we were going to be fishing and fly fishing, so we were going to be taking our time and just kind of moving with the current in some spots. And some spots we would have to paddle and do what we had to do to make sure we got to our camp location that we were looking at camping at. Day one went off without a hitch. We got on the river. It's probably around 11 p.m. It's a 6-hour drive for us. And, we were pumped and excited and ready to hit it. And we did. And, we were fishing hard, and I think we only went like 4 river miles, that afternoon. So that kind of shows you, that we were really taking our time doing this and just enjoying it. So, and I think what the problem is we were camping in locations where people don't camp usually. So, but the first night went off without a hitch. Everything was good to go, and we had 2 tents, the whole 9 yards. But it was the second day, man. It was September the 9th, and we were going to try to camp around Big Creek, and that's kind of like, I think it's kind of like a halfway point maybe for that lower wilderness. And so we were approaching that section where Big Creek comes in and meets the buffalo, and it was a small chute of water on the left, kind of, and we put our fishing poles down because we had to paddle and maneuver a little bit. So we kind of paddled through it, and there was some obstruction on the left that kind of blocked our view from the bank. And man, we were like 20 yards, maybe not even that far from where this thing was. And only thing I can tell you is, like I told you on the phone, it sounded like a pissed off monkey. And man, it was like a chimpanzee on a bulldozer. That's, that's about the best way I can explain it, because it was making that pissed off monkey sound, that hoo, 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 and as it was tearing through the woods. So, I looked over at my son and was like, what in the heck was that? And, he's like, it sounded like a pissed off monkey. And I was like, well, that's exactly what it sounded like. And we kind of laughed about it. And then we started talking. Where we're at, we don't have bears. I've had a bear come through my camp before when I was at another location camping, but I've never heard one sound like that. And he was like, I think maybe a bear might sound something like that if it gets startled. And I'm like, yeah, but I mean, it's not going to be breaking down trees. We're talking about Arkansas black bears. So they're not like, it's not like a grizzly running through the woods. But we just kind of just shoved it back in the back of our mind and kept on paddling and talking. And it was getting to a point where we were trying to find a location to camp. Now, the first night that we camped, we burned up. We set up camp around 5. The sun was beaming on us. We had no shade, and we were looking for a spot specifically that had shade. That was the main objection, to find that location. So we probably went about, I don't know, it's 2.7, I think, river miles. Is how far we went until we found a spot. It was on the river left. And it was like a real narrow gravel bar. It wasn't on a bend. A lot of people camp on bends, and that's good, but you have no shade on those bends. Because the gravel goes out for a long ways. So we had like a 20-yard gravel bed with overhanging trees, and so we had good shade. So we're like, hey man, let's just pull in right here. The river's been dropping the entire time we're there. We had no rain coming in anywhere that day, or that night, so we were good on the river. It wasn't going to be rising on us, so we camped it right there on that river left on that gravel bar. So we pull up on the gravel bar and we just started unloading the kayak and talking. And I can't remember if we were actually setting up. I think we were unloading, and that's when it was like a tree knot. I mean, it was like, really, it sounded like somebody hit a tree with a Louisville Slugger baseball bat. I mean, it was that loud, crisp crack. And I kind of looked at my son, and we walked up to the river, and we were looking up on the ridge, and it was up to the ridge and to the left, kind of about like at a 45-degree angle from where we were. And I went like, man, was that a tree knot? He's like, no, it's got to be something else.
This is something I've heard a lot, is tree knocking. with Sasquatch actually. Um, a lot of the times, because you're in the woods, they have their own territory per se. And if you go too close into their territory, they will like give you warnings, like knocking on trees, throwing rocks at you as like a warning of like, hey, get the hell out of here, otherwise, like you're not gonna like what happens. Um, so that is really interesting. Hopefully the story isn't the whole hour long. If it gets too long, I'll cut it off. But I just want to like hear a little bit more.
You know, that's what it sounded like. And, you know, we kind of joked around like, I know the wood knock. And we walked to the river and we were looking up that way. And we just kind of blew it off, you know, and went on about our business and setting up camp.
Forgive me for interrupting, because I know the night gets much worse than this, but when you guys first heard that monkey, that pissed off monkey sound, was it knocking over trees?
It wasn't actually pushing them over, but you know, if it had something in its way, it wasn't stopping, man. It was either bouncing off of them and pushing them over. It was you could see everything moving on its path, and it was I mean, from where it started, it's a thousand wonders we didn't see it, because when we came around that section and right there where it was, we startled it. I mean, I think, you know, we came up on it, we startled it, it got pissed off, and it was running through the.
Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me, Gemini. Okay. Thank you so much, Gemini. Love you so much. That literally scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Alright, I guess Gemini wants me to do my nun cosplay. So we have $20 out of the 30 for the cosplay. Let me shift it. That literally scared the crap out of me. I'm not even kidding. Oh my god. Thank you, Gemini.
The woods. So, but yeah, it was like pushing stuff over. It wasn't like uprooting trees or nothing like that. You know, we didn't see treetops falling or nothing.
Yeah, and one other question I wanted to ask you. So you hear this pissed off monkey, you guys are floating down the river, and you eventually decide to set up camp. How far back was that monkey sound that you guys were hearing before you actually set up camp?
Yeah, it wasn't that far. You know, it wasn't that far. And again, you know, we didn't know really. I mean, what chimpanzee is going to be running around in the woods? Because to me, that's what it sounded like. So it just, you know, we just couldn't really wrap our mind around the possibility of it being something that we pissed off that's going to follow us to where we camped. It was, you know, we've all seen weird stuff in the woods, and we just kind of keep on rocking with it, you know, until something drastic happens, and then, you know, then the pucker factor gets like real high.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm definitely with you, Lee. So you guys find this little tiny sandbar, you guys set up camp, and what happens next?
So whenever we got everything set up, we decided to jump into the river and knock the grime off. After we did that, we got changed and, you know, some fresh clothes for the night, and we grabbed my son was using a bait caster, and I grabbed my fly rod, and we were just kind of walking right in front of the campsite, just kind of fishing for just a little bit. We did that, not long, maybe 10 minutes, just to see if we could catch anything. Then we put that stuff up, and then we started gathering firewood and you know, really getting the camp locked in, and we were good. Everything was good. We sat around and talked. We talked about the pissed off monkey, talked about the wood knock. But when it got real was around the 8 p.m. mark. That's when things went just nuts. So it was around 8. I got up and went in my tent and got my weather radio. We had rain coming in that next day. I think it was on the Saturday. Yeah, I think. So we had rain coming in that next day from forecasts that we've been watching prior to getting there. So I wanted to make sure that we weren't going to get a large amount. I didn't want the river to rush up on us. I wanted to make sure, you know, that we were good to go tomorrow on our float plan. So I broke it out, and we were just sitting around, and you know, of course, the sun's gone down. It's gotten dark, and we had a fire going, and I had the radio with the radio on, and it was on the NOAA, you know, that guy that speaks monotone. So we listened to our regional forecast, and then I listened to a couple of other regional forecasts to make sure that there wasn't nothing that we didn't know about coming in. So probably like 15, 20 minutes on that. And man, it was like as soon as I cut the radio off, it was a yell that came off that ridge. from the same location where the tree knock was. And, you know, it's kind of like I told you, it was deep.
I'm sorry. First the tree knocks, yes, that like you could be like, oh, it's a bird, whatever. But getting tree knocks from, or after tree knocks, you hear the freaking, you say you heard like, wait, sorry.
And it was very vocal.
Can you hear my Discord, like, notifications? I'm sorry, it like totally threw me off. I didn't know you could hear those. Hold on.
And, you know, it's kind of like I told you, it was deep and it was very vocal and it sounded.
Okay, so he heard vocalizations. If I heard vocalizations, I would leave. I'd be gone. I am packing up and I am getting the hell out of there. Hell to the no. No.
Pissed, but it wasn't that I felt the vibration in my chest or none of that. And, you know, and it was just a whoa, just a scream at us. We, of course, immediately jump up. We walk on the other side of the fire because the fire is between us and the river where we could see. So we walk up and we're shining lights in that area. And, you know, we couldn't see anything. And we sat there for a little while. And
oh my God, Gemini. Gemini's literally just trying to scare us. Like, seriously just trying to fucking scare me. Oh my God. Thank you, Gemini. Okay, Gemini really wants me to do the do the nun cosplay. So if you guys want to see the nun cosplay too, bro. Okay, 21. Gemini, I swear to God, if Gemini just starts sending $1 just to scream and scare the shit out of me for like the rest of the stream, I'm oh my God. All right.
and talked about it and couldn't really,
Stop!
you know, I mean, we thought, well, maybe.
I'm literally locking in. I'm locking in, and then it just does it again. Oh my God. Not the boo. Oh. I start locking in. Thank you, Gemini. Oh my God.
Maybe there's somebody up there fooling with us. I mean, maybe, you know, just maybe somebody. And then we're like, no, there's no way because that's a ridge. We're in the wilderness. That's a ridge that nobody is going to be on in the middle of the night because, I mean, you know, you make one false move out there and you're done. On top of that, there are cave systems all up and down that section of the river.
Caves? They got Sasquatches in caves? Hell no. I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the movie The Descent. I am staying far away from a fucking cave. Hell no. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Sending. Thank you so much, Gemini. That literally still scared me. We're at $23 out of our 50 for the nun cosplay. I get it. If you don't have money to donate, I get it. Just watching is fun. But yeah.
I didn't realize that until I actually looked at one of the pamphlets whenever we got back about the cave systems that were in that area. So it doesn't make any sense to me that somebody would be up there, you know, just, there's no way somebody could be up there without any light walking around. But again, you know, we've had a tree knock, we've had a yell, we got the pissed off monkey, you know, I'm really not starting to feel good about this. And I told my son, I was like, well, you know, let's just see what else happened. Let's just go back to the fire and we'll sit down and we'll see what happens. So we walked back to the fire. I sat down. He's still standing up and we're talking about it. And then the damnedest thing that I've ever heard was it was singing. It was a melody. Now, we couldn't tell.
Did he just say the Sasquatch was singing? What? I'm sorry, what?
There were no words in it that we could understand, but it was like a melody, that it was something was making a melody like it was singing from behind us, now it was like 50 yards, 75 yards in the tree line right in front of us, up the ridge. And my son, which I'm an older guy, you know, but my son heard it better than I did. I could tell it was a melody, but it really freaked him out. And I asked him, you know, I'm like, what was that? And he's like, you know, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm like, no, I mean, what? It sounded like a melody. He's like, Dad, that sounded like a woman singing.
Listen, on the topic of cryptids, if something is singing in the woods, it is probably, and Creator help me for saying this, but it is probably a skinwalker. He's probably a skinwalker. So get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out. Just, you know, somebody's singing in the woods. No. Just like you don't fucking whistle in the woods because you're calling the spirits. You're calling. In my culture, skinwalkers, if you say, I just said it. I'm cursed. If you say skinwalker in my culture, it like attracts them to you. So I hope none of you get cursed from me talking about skinwalkers. Stop! Oh my god. Thank you, Gemini, for the $7. We are at an even 30, 20 more to go for the nun cosplay. I think it would be a lot of fun. And hey, even if you only have $1, you know, $2, like anything. I appreciate everything and anything. But yeah, like I was saying, in my culture, if you talk about skinwalkers and stuff, like it attracts them to you. So, but what they do is they sing in the woods. That's how they get to you. That's how they attract you. So I'm going to be really honest. I think this guy might have encountered a skinwalker and Sasquatch, which is fucking insane. Double whammy, goddamn.
There's no woman out here in the middle of Appalachian Mountains singing, and you know, at 8 o'clock at night. That just doesn't even make any sense. The river bend is not even in that direction, so there's nobody else. You know, it's not like it was on the side of the river or anything like this. This was up a ridge immediately, you know, to our rear. So at that point, we got a little bit concerned because I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't rationalize anything. It just wasn't making any sense. So at that point, we started getting, I mean, I hate to say it like this, but we started setting up a defensive type position. So after that, we didn't have anything else that we could do because, look, we're on the river. It's dark now. We're on a river we've never been on. There's no way that we could safely get in 2 kayaks and run a river at night that we literally don't know what's around the bend. We had, the water was right there at us with the ridge. And then behind us, we had a tree line and another ridge going up. Now, we did have a field of view along the river's bank. We did that. And it was a full moon night. You know, I mean, it was not a cloud in the sky, pretty much. It was a good full moon night. But we went into straight up defensive mode. We armed ourselves. I ended up pulling out every LED.
I can't listen to this guy anymore. He heard a woman singing in the woods. And he's like, yeah, let's go check it out. Let's go look. Let's get my buddies together. Let's go check it out. No. Immediately no. Immediately no. You're just fucking asking for trouble. Asking for fucking trouble. Okay. Let me play.
After the incident, the man and his child went back inside and had a camera to monitor local wildlife. And on this occasion, a hunter positioned his trail cam and have not monitored local wildlife.
Okay.
A hunter positioned his
There
trail
we go.
camera to monitor local wildlife, and on this occasion, a curious raccoon set it off. In the background, however, something massive appeared. The figure was too distant to trigger the camera on its own, meaning that without the
These are Sasquatch videos. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I just like played this video all of a sudden. These are allegedly Bigfoot encounters caught on camera.
raccoon, the mysterious presence would have gone unnoticed. What makes the footage even more striking is the estimated size of the creature, believed to stand close to 10 feet tall. While canoeing in Florida's Lettuce Lake Park, a man believed
I didn't really see anything,
he
but
had
okay.
spotted a wild bear and began recording.
Oh my God, Gemini. Love Gemini. Love the support. Thank you guys. I know it's a later stream for a lot of you. For me, it's almost 9 p.m. For you guys, it's almost midnight. I know a lot of people aren't night owls. I personally am, but I appreciate you guys being here. I do. I really, really do. And the whole thing with this show is I'm I'm really into spooky things, cryptids, paranormal, all that stuff. Like that's and horror, like true crime, all that. Like those are my interests. So being able to talk about this with you guys and share my interests with you guys is just like it's so fun to me. So why does it say AI? Maybe it contains AI. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys. Let's look at a couple clips here. I think this kind of looks like skunk ape, which like skunk ape is supposed to be like another version, more of a swamp version of Bigfoot and more in those areas. Where do swamps exist in America? Again, I don't know. Like the bayou, Louisiana? Louisiana? Is there bayous there? Swamps there? Are swamps and bayous the same thing? Let me know. I don't fucking know.
Let's go. The figure appeared large with dark fur, but as he observed more closely, it became clear it was not just a bear. The creature moved into deeper water and then disappeared completely. Some think it could have been a rare animal, while others suspect it might be something far more mysterious.
That's good footage. I like that. Yeah. And they also sounded like genuinely scared. They're like, let's go. Let's go. And that is what you do. If you see Bigfoot, you should go the other way.
The Johnson family was enjoying a perfect winter day, sledding down the slopes while Uncle Dave stood nearby recording the fun with his camera. As he filmed, something unusual appeared in the footage.
Look out, John. Nice.
I'll go.
A large figure moving strangely at the top of the mountain.
That's just another guy sledding.
Curious,
Next.
to this day, why were they so large and why did they move in such an
Does that not just like another
unusual
person?
way? While Dave was
Bayou is slow-moving waterways and swamps are still. Oh, okay, okay.
filming the landscape,
That's my today I learned. Today I learned that bayous are slow-moving water and swamps are still.
they suddenly noticed something unusual.
What the hell is that over there? What is it? I don't know. Over there. Where? Oh my fucking God! Hold on.
Did they just shoot him? Did they just try to shoot him?
Wait a second, Robin. What is that? What the fuck? Robin, what are you doing? Oh my fucking God! It's running. Dude, no fucking way. What was that? Robin, what you fucking?
Hold on.
Dude, no fucking way. What was that? Robin, what you?
Robin's like, oh, sorry. Robin's like, yeah, I just almost saw it, Bigfoot, and what? And what?
Fucking dude! What the hell was that? Dude, I don't know what we just fucking saw, but that was Harry. No way, dude.
A massive figure appeared nearby, covered in...
That doesn't look like fur to me. Like, that literally looks like a man also wearing, like, hunting gear. You know what I mean? Also, of course, your camera is conveniently very blurry and you cannot see shit.
hair resembling a Sasquatch. The creature seemed completely unaware of the two men. In an instant, Mike decided to fire a shot, and the loud noise caused the figure to vanish into the dense forest. Mike and Dave were left stunned, uncertain of what they had just witnessed. And just like them, viewers are left in shock that not everyone has subscribed yet.
Ain't no fucking way. Viewers are left in shock that everyone has not subscribed yet. Oh my god. Which reminds me, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to Nevermore Ghost. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
This video was recorded by a man named John in Salt Lake City, Utah. The footage was taken from one of the high Wasatch Mountain peaks at about 4,200 feet, while zooming in on another peak nearly 9,000 feet high. John noticed movement on the mountain and used a spotting scope to capture it.
Oh. Why does it look like he's moving? He's moving fast. I don't know if this is sped up footage, but he is moving
the shaky
fast.
Video, digital stabilization shows a mysterious figure moving swiftly and with ease through snow measuring up to 90 inches deep. It seems highly unlikely that a human could travel so effortlessly in those conditions. Some speculate it may have been Bigfoot, as massive footprints in a straight line were later discovered on.
Anyways. He's moving. Sasquatch is moving. Okay, let's look at this. Bigfoot versus dog on camera, witnessed by hiker.
Orker was enjoying the beautiful scenery when he suddenly heard disturbing sounds.
What in the hell?
He recorded what appeared to be a confrontation between an unknown creature and a...
Is the dog okay? Is the dog okay? Is the dog okay? Did the dog die? Did the dog die in that video? Please, did the dog die anywhere? Does the dog die? Hello? Please, does the dog die? Please. Please, did the dog die? Sorry, I'm going through all my fucking tabs. I hope he's okay.
The dog. The mysterious noises have sparked speculation, with some wondering if the animal was reacting to Bigfoot. And now, let's move on to the next chilling video. Timber giant Bigfoot has spent...
We're just gonna move past the fact that this person heard a dog barking at some fucking creature like Bigfoot, and now to the next video.
nearly 30 years searching for evidence of Bigfoot. During this time, he has recorded thousands of minutes of footage. On September 15, 2013, while exploring the woods of southern Ontario, he heard the repeated sound of stones being knocked together. Following the noise, he spotted a red-colored creature about 100 feet away.
Holy shit. Where is it? Oh, come on, where? It's right there. I don't have my glasses on. Holy. That's what's making the noise. Oh, shit. Oh, crap, I lost it. Where'd it go? I'm pretty sure that was the thing that was making the noise.
Anyways, hold on. There are a couple. There's a couple Sasquatch photos that I don't know if they're fake or not, but they are terrifying. Let me see. I don't even know what they're called. Okay, here's one of them. This one, people have said it's likely fake. Hold on. Can I find a better picture? What do you think? However, there is one. Again, I have to find it. This one. Its beady fucking eyes is terrifying. Okay, hold on. Why is this like the worst fucking photo ever? Why is it like so grainy? Okay, I'll just show this. It's fine. Look at its fucking eyes. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. It's scary. I'm gonna have nightmares. Okay, before we wrap things up, there is this little game I heard of. I believe it's called Hush, and it's a side scroll game. And basically, you just don't get caught. Let me see. All right, here we go. So I move, I can crouch, I jump. Good night, Gemini. Okay, hide in the closet, hide in the closet, hide in the closet, hide in the closet. Okay. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Oh, okay. Got to the next map, got to the next map. I think this game is supposed to be a shorter one, like it's only supposed to last. It's only supposed to last. It's only supposed to be like 15 minutes max if you beat it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Why was he running so fast at me? Look at his eyes being yellow. Okay, jump! This scenery, it's kind of cute though. Oh my god, oh my god. It reminds me of Enderman from Minecraft. Especially when its eyes glow when it sees you. Okay, we made it to another phase. Okay, this is easy. This isn't bad at all. We're already three levels in. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. I don't. Oh my god. Flooded hall. Okay. That music is terrifying. The thing about horror games too is like you don't like they don't seem scary, but then when you have your headphones on and that's all you hear is the scary noises, oh my god. Then it's terrifying. It's fucking terrifying. Did you see that? He can just walk over the part that I have to jump over. What's up with that? Why do I have to jump and he can just float on over? The climb. Interesting. Oh my god, I don't have anywhere to hide. 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 Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, I did it! That was easy. That was like the easiest, cutest, shortest little game. Cute. That was easy. That was nothing. I liked that. That was fun. Let me just close that. That was easy. That was cute. All right. It is 12 past. But Gemini said I froze on one of the sites at one point. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I had a lot of fun, you guys. Thank you for listening to me ramble and rant about Sasquatch. If you're still watching, let me know. Do you believe any more or any less? Do you think maybe he's... What do you think? I actually want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts if you think if he's real or not. There is one more other game that I want to try. What was it called? Whisper? Because that one was called Rush or Hush. Okay, maybe we'll just watch the gameplay for this. Real enough? Okay. Okay. So this is like one of those, what is that, 16-bit games? So it hears you. Oh, it can be multiplayer. That's fun. Maps. Intelligent entity and AI stalker that patrols searches. Okay. Maybe I won't get into this tonight, but let me see some gameplay of it. Whisper gameplay. Okay. Okay, none of this is what I'm looking for. None of this is what I'm looking for. Okay, okay, so nobody has no idea what this game is. All right, cool. Let's see. Hold on. This is very loud. Hold on. Why is it so loud? Okay. Yes, I do believe he exists. They just know the truth of human nature and choose to avoid us. Makes sense. If I knew a bunch of people were violent, I would stay away too. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen... I think they recently just discovered that elk can see infrared lighting. So with trail cams and stuff, same with deer, that's why they avoid trail cams, or you see them looking directly at trail cams. It's because they can see it, because trail cams give off infrared light. So I honestly think a lot of it is I think like if Bigfoot does exist, which I personally think he does, I think like they are just so intelligent. They're so smart, so beyond what we can even comprehend, which is why it's so hard for us to, um, catch them or encounter them. Like there's so much more I could talk about. I think one day I'll have to do a stream where I have um, like a whole docket per se of things. I can kind of go in deeper about it. But it is getting dark here now, so I am going to let you all go. Thank you so much, like so much for watching. If you haven't already, like the stream, it helps me out. I think for the dono goal, I'm gonna keep it up as well for the next coming days, and then kind of whenever we reach the goal, I'll do the cosplay, just so there's no pressure. But I appreciate all of you. I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. And who knows what we're doing tomorrow? I don't know yet, but I hope you like this. Everyone, have a good night.